In this video, we will learn how to write our programs in BlueJ. So the first step is to install BlueJ in your system, and when you double click on the icon, then you will get a window like this. The next step, we will click on project, then new project, and here you have to write down a name of the project. Suppose I write down any name, suppose let it be Java. Then I click OK. After that, you have to click on new class. This is new class. Here you have to click on new class, and we have to provide a name of the class, and you have to see that here class is selected because these options will be used later on. So now we are going to select class, and by default this is selected class only, but if it is not selected, then you'll have to choose the first option, that is class. Then here we write down, we provide a name to our class name. Suppose the name is programs. Then click on OK. So here what we have done, we have created our this new class. Now to write down any program in Java, we will right click over here and select Open Editor. Now here you can see a set of codes are written. So this is a format of how to write down program, but initially we will not use all these formats. We will write our own program. So I'm going to select all this and I will delete them. So I have deleted all the codes which are there. For that, you select all the codes, which is that you can do by using Control A and then click on delete button from your keyboard. Now we are going to write here a very simple program to print any text on the screen, and whatever keywords we will use in this program, that we will study, or that we will try to understand them one by one. So the first thing to write down in a program, this is the editor of BlueJ where we'll write down the code. So first thing which we should practice, we should keep in a practice of putting statement or comment in the program, means what program we are writing. So in Java, comments can be provided by two methods, either using double slash. Now whatever I will write down over here, that you can see that they will not be in a that whatever statement I will write down after this double slash, they will not be compiled. So suppose if I write down my first Java program, here you can see that these codes are not highlighted, these lines are not highlighted also. So this indicates that this is a statement, this is a comment in this program. So we can provide in this method also, or we can also write like this. If I write down slash then star and program 1. So either of the two method you can use. Either you use double slash like this, and here you don't have to end up with any keyword over here, or you write down slash single slash star, write your statement, what comment you want to be there with your program, and then you have to end up with a slash and with a star and a slash again. So any of the two method can be used to write comment in your program. So you can see that both this line, they are not highlighted, means they will not be executed when I will compile the program. Next we will write down the program. So suppose we write down a program to print to print your name on the screen. So for that, the codes will be public class. Suppose any name we can provide, that can be welcome, that can be name, that can be any alphabet. So any name you can provide over here, that is up to you. This is totally user can put any name according to the wish. So suppose if I write down public class A, so this is the class name. Then you have to provide a opening bracket. After this opening bracket, we will write down the first thing is public class A. Here you can see that class is a keyword because this has been this automatically got converted into red color. This shows that this is a keyword in Java. Then we will write down, or this indicates that this is a class. Then the next statement which we'll write down is public static. In this video itself, I'm going to explain you all these words. What does this mean? Void main. Inside the bracket, we write down string args. First, let me write down the code. Then I will explain you one by one that what all these statements mean. Then after that, we write down again. We will open the bracket and we write down here system. Now here you can see that here S is capital, and here whatever till now whatever we have written, this is in small letter, but here again this S, this string S, this is this S is also capital. Now let me tell you one thing, that Java is case sensitive. Case sensitive means if you write down anything in small letter or in capital letter, then they both are different and you have to follow certain rules. Like here you can see that here the S is, the strings S is capital, and here systems S is also capital, so you have to write down in capital letter, otherwise you will get error. So system dot out dot print ln, this is the syntax which is used to print any name on the to print any statement on the screen. So in this program we are going to print our name, so I'm going to write my name. My name is, whatever is your name you write down over here. Then you have to end up this statement with a semicolon. Here you can see that I have provided a semicolon. Press enter. Then here you can see two brackets are there. Here one opening bracket over here, one more opening bracket over here. So you will have to close all the brackets which you have entered. So one bracket over here you can see by the indentation over here, you can see that this bracket is closed. When I press enter, again I have to close one more bracket which is for this one, for public class A. So this is a simple program. So first I will show you how to compile the program and how to see the output, and then we will try to understand what all terms are used over here in this code. So the next step is to compile the program. So this is the place from where we will compile. Now once it is compiled, here at the bottom you can see class compiled, no syntax error. So if there is any error in your program, it will be displayed over here, but as there is no program, your compiler is giving a message that no syntax error is there. Syntax means the way of writing, so there is no error in the way you have written the program. So our next step will be, once the program is compiled and you get no errors, then only we can proceed to the next step. So our next step will be to see our output, to execute the program. So for that we will click on close, and here I will right click. This is the object which we had created, the new class which we had created over here. Then right click over here, go to void main. This is void main where we have to go. Then click on OK, and then here you can see the output over here. On this window you can see the output. Now whatever times, how many times you execute this, here you can see that how many times I will execute this, I will get the output on the screen. So this is how we can get the we can execute a program in BlueJ. Now we will try to understand the codes what we have written in the program. So for that I will right click over here and then click on open editor. Now one by one we will try to study this first one. This is called as the comment. I told you there are two methods to provide comment in Java, that is either using double slash or and then you provide your comment, then one more method is slash, then star, and then whatever comment you want, then star and slash. I told you that whatever part you write down in comment section, that will not be compiled. So even if you think that you have written something wrong over here, then it won't be going to bring any harm to your program, because these two statements are not going to generate any error. This is for just for the purpose of understanding that what you are doing in your program. Then here the next thing is public. This is in my previous video I taught you about access modifiers. So this is this public keyword. This indicates that the class which you are creating, this will be this can be accessed outside the class also. And I have told you all the uh, all there are many other access modifiers, like public is there, private is there, protected is there. So initially at the initial phase we are going to use this public modifier itself. Then the next thing is class. This keyword indicates that A is a class, and this indicates that this A is a class, means what we have created is a class over here. After that we have two brackets here. You can see these two brackets indicate that these are the parts of these are the body part of class A. Then inside this we are writing public static void main string args. Now let us try to understand this. Here main, this is a method. Here inside the bracket, if you can see uh, nearby any name, if you see any bracket, from there itself you can make out that it is a method. So this is a system defined method. Main is a system defined method. This void indicates that this method, this main method, is not returning any value. Here in the program also you can see that this is not returning any value. Then static and public. Public, hope you can understand that this is the access modifier, and which indicates that this main, this is open outside the, this can be accessed outside the this class also. Now here we have a static word. This means this static means that this is a method, and this method is associated with the class itself. Means in the class, this is the class, and with this class itself this main is associated. It doesn't need any object of class A to be called. That is why here you can see that here you can see that the output you can directly you can get by executing this program. You don't need any object to call the main method. This is called this is your meaning of static. So what is static? This means that if you write down static in front of any method, this means that this method uh, is associated with a class itself, and it doesn't require any object to call that method. And then so this is public, static, void, main. All these four are clear to you all. Hope I think it is clear to all. Then the next is string args. Now here string args, this means, now here let me explain you this brackets. This bracket indicates that this is an array. Now what is array? That is collection of similar kind of data, which which you will study later on. This array topic is a separate topic. So for the time being you can understand this array means collection of similar kind of data over here. So this string here, this args, this is a string kind of array, because here we have used a keyword that is string. String means it is a string kind of array, and this is used to store all the arguments which will be passed by the programmer during the execution of the program, which you will pass the arguments by the command line And so that is why this is also called as command line argument. Means whatever argument is passed, that will be stored in this. Here later on in the programs you will see that we can pass some arguments directly to string args and we can get the output. So this is a command line argument. We call it as a command line argument. Then our next very important thing is, here you can see that here S is capital and the rest these are written in small. So this is system.out.println. Now what is this? Let me explain you this. This system, this represents class. So this is a class, out is an object, and println is a method. So let me repeat, system is a class, out is an object, and println is a method, and this method is used to print. Now whatever you will put inside this bracket, that will be printed on the screen, and this ln for next line. So you just now I have shown you that how many times the we execute this program, you can see the output coming in the next line. It is not added in the same line itself, but you can see that each time you execute the code, the output will be given in the next line. So these are all the important components or the basic parts of program which we write down in Java. To understand in detail about the system.out.println, then string args and the static, here I have prepared some notes which you can go through them. That system, this is a class defined in the java.lang package. I will create a separate video for package which I told in the previous video also. Then the next one is out. This is an instance of system class. Instance means object of system class. And then we have println. This is a method of print stream class. This is a class to invoke the same on out as well. This is an upgraded version of print. It prints any argument passed to it and adds a new line to the output. This is an upgraded version of print. So println, this is an upgraded version of print, and then this prints any argument passed to it and adds a new line to the output. So whatever we will pass as an argument to it, that will be printed on the screen, and you can see the output in the next line. Then here you have the definition or some meaning of the string args and static, which if you want you can go through this by pausing the video. So this is all for today. Today we have learned how to write down the program in BlueJ as initial program of we have learned some basics of the whatever keywords we use in a program in Java, and in the next class we will learn many more things about Java. Thank you.